All right, Dr. H.A., we have finished the hull.
Congratulations.
Yep, I know. I got half of it done, so now it's time to start constructing the deck. So I'm going to get into my manual, and as you see, the deck is on page 16, which is really just flipping the boat over.
That's it.
Now, you had advised me that we could basically leave the tape on this
yes.
just to let it dry because, you know, this isn't the next day yet, so it's not fully dry.
Yeah.
But we could go ahead and start working on the deck.
We can.
Okay.
And teachers, you might want to do this too. Once you finish the deck, the hull, you can go right into the deck, and you can leave the tape on. So you don't have to stop when the tape is there. So let's do a good demonstration of that.
We have our X-Acto knife with our blade. I'm just going to put it up here. Got to be real careful with those, of course, of how sharp those are. So on page 17, our next step is to go ahead and add 40 and 41. So like I said, we're now on the deck side, on the smooth side here.
Yep.
40 and 41 looks like it's going to go at the back of the boat.
At the stern.
At the stern of the boat.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are our smaller pieces. Now where on the
stern
is it going to be? Is it going to be right here at the end? Okay.
Put glue on the bottom and put it right there on the end.
Glue on the bottom. So 40 will go here and 41 will go across.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, right on the stern.
So we got to, this whole time, really kind of be delicate, especially with the smaller pieces, because we're not going to tape these on here, are we?
No.
Okay.
If we need be, if needed, we could, but they're not going to be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, very good.
So there's 40.
Very good. So we're getting team deck on the team. So again, with the team hull and team deck working together, we can have a very fast hydroplane. So, very good.
Okay, so 40 and 41. All right.
Very good.
Those seem to be on there, so let's go ahead and move on to 42. 42, it's like this was a longer piece.
It is.
All right. So based on the diagram, that looks as though that's going to run
right along the line.
Right along the line.
And this also is where our rocket's going to be, and it's where the cockpit's going to be. So this is the center of the deck. So we've got our engine here, and our driver is in this portion of the hydroplane.
Okay. So we're really building this up on either side, and in the middle is going to be the rocket.
Exactly. And what we're going to do at some point, we want to measure up 7 1/4 inches.
Okay.
At some point.
All right.
We could do it after this.
Okay, so basically I'm just doing is gluing
the bottom.
Just the bottom on this?
And one little edge on here because you're going to connect it with this.
Ah, I'm connecting it.
Yes.
So I'm connecting it with with 40.
Yes. Those are two very important little pieces. Very good. All right.
Okay.
And again, now would be a more advanced version of our measurement exercise where the students will actually measure these different parts, 42, 45, all the parts, and see what they come up with. Another opportunity again to introduce the concept of a ruler. Okay. And the reason we're going to measure up, we talked about that for a few minutes, is because we're getting ready to set up to put our rocket motor and the exhaust system in. And we need to be exact so that the rocket is not hanging over the stern of the boat. Okay, you may need a little painter's tape up there.
A little tape for up front. I see that it's kind of
And if you have some up front, you may need a little bit in the back too.
All right.
Here's where the clamp really comes in handy. You can press that down, make sure it stays nice and tight.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, don't be afraid to press it hard.
All right.
Okay, and let's see what happens in the, and you're gonna do the back.
Back's raising up?
Yep. And you just put it across here, like right there, it'd be good.
Okay.
And that'll do it.
So we're clamping either side of that.
Okay, and that'll be good. Very good. Good. And I'm gonna give you the pen and the ruler, and if from the stern of the boat you can measure in 7 1/4 inch. Or actually 7 1/8. Excuse me, 7 1/8.
7 1/8.
Yes.
I'm marking from the back.
Exactly, stern.
Okay,
stern.
from the stern. Sorry.
That's all right. That's 7 1/8. Very good. And then you want to take this little part, this little line there, line it right at the back.
All right.
This little line, push it back a little further toward the stern. And
Oh, I see.
There it is, right. Okay, now.
All right, so we need to
put a little
make sure
dot
it's
there at 7 1/8.
okay.
Okay.
So it's basically 2 little dashes up from 7.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
There. Okay.
Okay. Now there's a part that we're going to put there that's going to be a brace for the exhaust system and the rocket. So that's where we mark that there. Okay, now we're ready for part number 43.
All right. Part number 43.
Yes. And 43 is going to go, see where this point is?
Okay.
It's going to line it right there.
All right.
That's where it's going to go.
So I'm going to
Okay.
need to put some on the
On
bottom
and
on
on
the
the side
side.
that lines up to 42. Very good. Okay. All right. And right around there. Very good.
And will I need my clamp here for this one?
Let's take it out. See, what do you think? Let's see if it's going to stand up on its own. Doesn't look like you're going to need it. This separates the driver from the engine area. So, very good.
Okay.
Very good.
44.
And 44. 44 is going to go on that dot right here.
Oh, this dot I made?
Yep, right up next to the 42. Very good.
All right.
Yep. And again, this is going to hold the exhaust system and the rocket.
The exhaust system. What's exhaust system?
These rockets are actually designed to shoot in the air. And the rocket that we use, the SDE, is capable of going 1,000 feet in the air. And when you have a rocket, you know, you've made this beautiful rocket, you don't want it crashing down 1,000 feet and destroying your rocket, so you have a parachute burst at the end of the rocket. It lets you know when it's expended all of its energy. It'll ignite this little poof, and it kicks the parachute out, and then your rocket floats down. Well, we don't need a parachute in hydroplanes, and if that energy doesn't go someplace, it's going to go through the boat, or it's going to shoot, the rocket's going to shoot out
Because
the back of the boat.
our rocket is going up.
Exactly.
It's propelling forward.
Exactly. So what will happen is the exhaust system will take that parachute poof and send it out the smokestack.
I see.
And that, by the way, is a test that every boat has to go through before it qualifies for the regatta. The exhaust system has to work.
Okay.
Yeah. We discovered that in Hawaii a few years ago. They started shooting up in the crowd, and we thought it was kind of funny at the time. It didn't dawn on us, you know, somebody could get hurt.
Sure.
You know.
Sure. I can see where
Yeah,
someone
really.
could get hurt doing that.
Very good.
All right, 45.
All right, 45 now. Where's the glue going
It's
to go?
basically the same as 42,
And where do you think
correct?
we're
It's
gonna
going to
glue
go
it?
on the opposite side.
And
Okay.
Where all the points of gluing. Let me know, tell me where all the points of gluing.
I'm going to be gluing the bottom
And
and basically the side.
and the back.
The back,
And what about
stern,
these
right?
two?
Oh, and I see.
Because you're
I
gonna
see.
lean up against
So
those
should I
two.
go ahead and?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to glue.
Put glue. Very good. And again, you can start to see the aerodynamic side of the deck coming into play. And again, the aerodynamics and the hydrodynamics, they work together. And again, emphasizing this to the students, again, the team concept. Very good. Looking good. Okay. Now we can put it on the bottom. There you go.
All right.
All right. I've had students in the past, they wanted to quit right here. And you know what happens right here? If you don't put the rest of the deck on, it literally becomes what we call a fish catcher. It noses in and goes to the bottom of the lake. And that's what happens. And it literally bounces off the bottom. The nose bounces off the bottom of the lake until the rocket's expended. So we definitely need to finish all of the deck. Okay. Okay. And put this should be right in front of here. This should go right in front of there. Okay, that's gonna work. That'll work.
Is it like that?
It'll work, yeah. Put that right there.
Or should it be in the front?
It should be in the front. Yeah, I missed that. Here. Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we'll
I'm
do the same with this one.
all right.
Yeah.
So these will
Yeah.
form like an L.
Yeah, and then I'll show you how we can tape that, and then move this one up to the front too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help you here. Okay, Oop, just move it up a little bit.
I got you.
Okay, you probably have to take this up. Yeah, I'm gonna take that tape up.
All right.
Then move it forward. There we go. Okay, you kind of bend it, and then we'll push it up a little bit. There we go. There we go.
And have that.
Now we're good. Okay. Now we're good. as your end piece. Yeah,
Is it all right?
that'll work. You might want to put that there. And then we can put another little piece up here in the tip if you want, right up there. And you might want to check your other piece over there, 45, and see if that's not, in the front it appears that it's rising up a little bit in the front there too.
Okay.
And then you can take this and just like, you can actually tape those.
So what we've done is made 40 and 41 be on the bottom, and we've set 42 and 45 kind of on the top of 40 and 41.
Right.
Now we're just taping it down and making sure everything is flush and snug with glue. Okay.
Okay.
And
as
if
your
one
guide,
side pops up,
spotted that. So
pardon?
I said, as your guide, I should have spotted that. But
That's
listen,
okay.
You got it.
As long as we
Looks
caught
good.
it.
Yeah, we caught it. Looks great. Very good.
All right.
Now we're going to support those 42 in that with our next step. We can go to the next
Sure.
page.
All right. So we're on the next page.
Yep, 18. Okay. Very good. Now you're dealing with
46 and
there
47.
they are.
All right. What are these called?
Okay, again, these are also, they're supports for the frame that we've just built.
Okay. So everything we're
supports.
doing now is
Supporting,
basically supports.
And your rocket fits in here. Now, with these, if I may share with you, what you want to do is when you're going to put glue on the bottom, but also you're going to put glue on the sides because they fit up next to this one to support it.
Okay.
And like that, they fit back on here as well.
I got you.
Right next to it, literally right next to it.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.